Hey, this is Chef Tyler White with UT Culinary Institute. Today we're here to make a simple beer cheese and puff pastry pretzel dog. Good for any tailgate that you guys want to go to this season. We're going to start with a condensed cheddar soup. Using the condensed cheddar soup will allow us to have enzymes and thickening agents already in our beer cheese. We won't have to worry about this breaking. We won't have to worry about it sitting out on our tables for long periods of time and thickening up and being unusable. We're going to use an Oktoberfest beer since it's football season. We're going to add in some hot sauce, heavy cream. You can substitute half and half or milk for this. This will help thin it out and add a little more flavor to our cheese sauce. We're going to add 8 ounces or 2 cups of shredded cheddar. You could substitute a different cheese if you wanted to, a Swiss cheese, a Gruyere, a Grand Cru, something like that would be really nice in here. Okay. We're gonna move this to the stove and slowly heat it up. You don't want it to heat up too quickly. We want a nice even melt of our cheese. This is going to take 10 or 15 minutes on a low medium. We're going to use frozen puff pastry that we got from the grocery store. We're going to use a good quality beef frank. Be careful on the franks you use. You don't want one that's high in sodium. We have a lot of sodium in our beer cheese. We're gonna have sodium when we top our puff pastry wrap dogs with pretzel salt. Start at the back of our puff pastry. We're gonna slowly roll our frank in the puff pastry until we've used all of it. Our seam here, be sure to roll to secure our seam. That way it doesn't break open when we cook it in the oven. To more resemble a pretzel, we're going to make a number of light incisions down our puff pastry wrap. I like to do 7 or 8. Make sure you go all the way through the puff pastry, even to where you're cutting right into the frank. We're gonna place these on a lined baking pan, and we're going to brush them with egg wash. This is going to help them turn nice and golden brown in the oven. It's also going to hold our salt on it so it doesn't fall off during the baking process. We have our coarse pretzel salt. We got our pretzel salt from Amazon. You could use a coarse kosher salt if you wanted to. Do not use iodized salt. The iodized salt will dissolve when it comes in contact with this egg. Okay? Do a light sprinkle on the top of our dogs. You're gonna put these in the oven at about 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes until they come out nice and golden brown. We have our cheese sauce that's still on the stove. Our cheese is starting to melt. We want to make sure that we're stirring so that the shredded cheese does not stick to the bottom and end up burning. When our sauce is complete, all of the cheese will have been melted and ready to go. For service, you should be able to pull your puff pastry pretzel dogs out of the oven. They'll be nice and golden brown from our egg wash. We have our beer cheese ready to go. We served it with a little bit of coarse mustard. These are perfect for guests to be able to pick up, dip and run, get back to the game. We hope you guys enjoy. You can find these recipes on UT Alumni's website. You can also find links to these on the chat that we have going on right now. Go Vols!